All right, this is a true catch trap. There's two openings. There's one on this side, which is the back. You can lift it here. This is where you bait the trap. This is also where you would release any other creatures that you catch. And on this end is the trap door. To open this end of the trap, there are two rings here that you have to slide up all the way to the top. And then with one of your other fingers, you're going to lift this up. There is a bendy mechanism on the side that you can pull up and rest that on so that the door stays open. I'm going to zoom in on that. So from here you can see that I lift this up with my finger and then I let the door rest on it. It's easier to do it from the outside. So hold this door open with my finger while I record this. But if you stick right through here, you can see that lever, push it up until this can rest on there. This mechanism is attached to a little trap door lever thing back here. When the cat walks in and steps on it to get to the treats at the back of the thing, triggers it and that door closes. Okay. So some of the finesse of using a trap involves having something at the base so that the cat doesn't feel like they're walking on a grate, having it covered so it seems like a nice hiding spot, and having the food placed in an appropriate location. I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to place this back up here again. Alright, so the back, where you want the treat to be. Whatever your cat's favorite food is, KFC chicken, sardines, tuna, you decide. You're going to set it back here on a dish that is not so big that it can block this little trap door from going down. So this is actually the lid of for a canned food that you use to put it in the fridge. That's actually a really nice size. You're going to put the food on there at the very end, otherwise you're going to spill it everywhere when you move it. The other thing, actually, I'm going to put it back this way, is you want to have it lined with like newspaper or a dish towel. And I like to load it this way. Just put the end up. Come on. The wind is being super helpful. Dish towel's just the right length to get from the front of the cage to the edge of the trigger thing. You can kind of see how it lifts up. That little lever by the front door with the rings is what I'm moving. When the cat steps down, that drops down, the door closes. So you want to make sure that whatever you're doing doesn't impede this from going down or the doors from closing. Food, snack, treat, whatever goes in there, close it. And then you cover it. In such a way the front door does not get blocked. If any of this towel gets in the way of this, the door, actually you probably can't see that, the door won't close all the way. So I'm going to slide the rings up again, lift this up with my finger, find that little lever on the side. I have this pulled all the way up, by the way, when I set it. Once I have this little lever down here lifted up, I can set it to hold this door open. Now if I have this over here, when it closes, this can get caught and keep it from closing all the way, and your cat can get out. If this gets caught in there, the cat could tip it over and they could get out. So just make sure you're not blocking that. Now, I've got this covered. I'm gonna go get some treats. Now, as far as treats go, you want to use something that's super fragrant. Tuna from a can, freshly baked chicken. I used Popeyes. I think that's the place. Whatever that chicken place is. Fried chicken of some kind, even from the deli works. And you're gonna just do little treats going into the trap as a lure, like Tom and Jerry style. You're going to do them along the dish towel, all the way to the main stash, which you will restock. With the big kahuna, a big piece of chicken or something, or tuna right there. Now I'm going to leave it uncovered for the sake of demonstration, but I'm going to bring my cat out so you can see. Alright, Snoopy, do you want some treats? Look. Ideally, he uses his nose to follow the treats all the way into the trap. Look, here's more. As your cat gets hungry, he will follow it in. Look, there's more treats. Go on in, get some treats. Here you go, look. Look, treats. Yes. I'm gonna help him in. Go on in, buddy. There's some more treats. Keep going. Nope, keep going. Keep going. And then ideally when he steps here, go in all the way. Go in. Ideally when he steps on that back one, it'll trigger and it closes. Now he's not a real fan of being in here, but when he steps here, which he wouldn't do, it closes. You want to get out? Here you go. Over here, buddy. You're going to just sit down? Come here. Want some treats? Come on. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. So that's how the trap is supposed to work. But you definitely want to use tuna or fried chicken or something along those lines. You're going to have the towel on there to keep him protected from the elements. If my cats were to escape out our front door, like somebody broke in, they've got the door here, I would set the trap at the base of the stairs or under the stairs, and I would have trails of food coming from the bushes there and from like underneath the deck. I would also have treats just on the deck in general, but they don't go far when they're hiding. They go to the closest hiding place that they can find. So make sure that you think like a scared cat going to slink away. The other thing that you can do is so if you have other animals, close them away in the house, and leave the door cracked open, because in the dark, they may sneak in. They may just sneak back into the house on their own. So if you just sit in the living room, watch TV, and just do your normal routine, that's what's going to bring them back. They're not like dogs. They're not going to come when they're called. So have a trap set, leave the exit open with all the other animals away, create a trail of treats into the house. If you trap a raccoon, the method that you're going to use to let the raccoon or the possum out is you're going to just tip it over, kick it over, until it's upside down. You can use a broom or something. Once it's upside down, that door falls open, animal's out of here. The other option is wearing a pair of like welding gloves. Just lifting this up with like a broomstick. You do that from a distance. All right, with a broomstick from behind and from a distance, you can lift that over. A little harder than it looks. I'm going to use my dominant hand for that. You get the idea. You should be able to lift it up eventually. Maybe your spouse can do the scary lifting. And honestly, the times that I've trapped a raccoon, they just run like a bat out of hell. So you just get gloves on, lift, and tilt. They'll get out on their own. They'll figure it out. Or if it's upside down, they'll figure that out too. So either upside down or lift the back door. Here are my two who are going to get chased back inside. Get inside. Inside. Go on. You are prey. Go inside. And if you have any questions, you can send me a message on Facebook Messenger to get a little bit more detail, but I just thought you'd like to have this on hand at home so you can refer back to it. And then once you get here, I'll show you the fine details and we can go from there. Oh, there you are.